What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And I got one. I had to get one. I had to get one, man. Even though the movie was subpar, I still had to get one. It's Bully Maguire, man. Come on. It's the GOAT. The first one to do it. One of the best ones to do it. Come on. That man had 3 solid movies. It was cool, man. I mean, listen, that movie right there. I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. Okay, but anyway, let's just get to this figure here. So yes, GameStop came through for me with this one. I was hoping maybe I could find it somewhere else. I don't know, but GameStop came through for me. And I was looking online. I was just looking at a video, just saying that somebody had it. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, this is out already. Oh, okay. And then I look. And I think I saw in their description, they have the link for GameStop, I believe. And oh, it was at GameStop. And I'm looking around my local GameStops, and there was like nobody within 50 miles. It was like 100 miles. I had to set that thing all the way up to 100 miles in the app in order to find the closest GameStop. And like, I'm not driving way out there. And it said it had one in stock. Like, nah. I mean, I probably could just call them and say, hey, hold it for me until I get there. I'm not doing that. No, sir. So what I did was, in case you did not know, what you can do is you can have them order the figure, and you can have them ship it to the store. Saves you money on shipping. So you don't have to order from the app if you don't want to. All you have to do is go into the store, talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, first off, and say, hey, I want you to order this particular figure, and they will ship it to the store. And you'll pay the same price you would in the store. And there it was. So it doesn't take long for it to come to the store either. It saves you a lot on shipping and time. So I ordered it I got it within 2 days of ordering it. I'll just say that, right? So hold on one second. My kid is over here playing with my Tetris game. Would you quit that, kid? Anyway, that's him in the background playing Tetris in my little mini Tetris arcade game. He decided to play with some figures just because I pulled my camera out to do figure reviews. All right, so let's take a look at the packaging really quick. We got No Way Home Spider right here, Tobey Maguire. I mean, he's the most recent one I have. I mean, I'm thinking about getting a different version of him, maybe a CT, maybe a Mafex. I don't know, Mafex, whatever you want to pronounce it. How do you pronounce it? Does anybody really know how do you want to pronounce that, Mafex or Mafex, or is it just whatever you feel like? Let me know in the comments. But the packaging, of course, is great. I do like the packaging. I've always enjoyed this packaging here. This is really thoughtful here. Like, again, this packaging is way better than the other packaging because, again, it's stackable. And you can put it side by side. And you can keep the box if you want to and have it nicely displayed in your shelf or what have you. It looks really nice. It makes you want to keep the packaging. And it doesn't take up that much space for whatever you're trying to do if you're trying to actually showcase your boxes and collection. Now, of course, you want to take the figure out and have them do whatever. But just in case you just want to keep the box for whatever reason, you have no idea what you're going to do with the figure just yet. Keep it in the box. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. That's a wonderful way to display your figure. Like, look at all the figures I got. And boom, there it is. Saving space. In case you don't have a spot to display your figures just yet, this is where it's at. Barcode. I said I got it from GameStop. I think there are other places you can get it from. But there you have it. There's the barcode. Hopefully that helps you out. And like I said, hopefully that tidbit about doing that at GameStop helps you out too. So in case you're figuring out you gotta order, buy the figure from the website or what have you, think you just gotta pay that price for shipping. If this is what you want to do, that's what you don't care about that, fine. But if you do want to save a little bit of money on shipping, and who doesn't want to save money on shipping? Go to a local GameStop that you trust. And there you go. If you're a pro member, I'm just going to say you're a pro member, right? You're a pro member, right? Okay, if you're a pro member, go ahead and do that. You're going to get your points. It's going to be a lower price anyway for you. Why not? So the price was $32.99 for this thing. It was a little bit less because I'm a pro member. And then, of course, you can always redeem your points to get a few more dollars off depending on how much you've been spending at GameStop. It's a worthy deal, worthwhile endeavor. So let's take a look at this. Now, I noticed that if you see closely here, on the package, he has little, I don't know if it shows up, but it has a little shadow. It's a little shadow right there. And I don't think I saw that when I looked at the figure, but we will definitely take a closer look at that. But let's see what this read-up says. What it says? It says, his mind affected by the thoughts of an alien symbiote and his strength enhanced by the creature that clings to him, Spider-Man feels an uncharacteristic rage taking him over. I just keep thinking about that scene where he's walking down the street and they're playing that James Brown sound, get on up, and he's just dancing. Man, that mess had me laughing every time. I just bust out every now and again just thinking about that. All right. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this and have some fun with this, because I know we will. All right, here we go. Here we are with Bully Maguire. You know what I would like to have? I would really like to have a version of him where he has his, he has his shirt unbuttoned, and then you see his black underneath, and he has the whole, hairstyle and all that. He's just walking down the street. I would like to see that, man. That was such a cool, funny scene, man. Like, I'm glad they had this sense of humor back then to do something like that. Sam Raimi did a great job. That scene was hilarious, especially when he saw those girls and he just slid and stopped the girls. It kept on going. That mess was funny. Come on now. Go back and look at that. Go on YouTube or whatever you got to do and look at that. Get on up. And dude started clapping. He did that overhead clap. That's what got me laughing. The overhead clap got me. That's what got me. And then he started doing the dance, rolling his arms or whatever, and thrusting his pelvis. That was funny. Now, the scene where he was actually on in the jazz club or whatever, when Mary Jane was singing or what have you, and he started doing all the extra stuff, that was a little cringy or whatever, but it was still fun. Now, the movie wasn't, like I said, that great, but I mean, dang. I saw that movie let me tell you, I saw it 3 times in one day. Yes. 3 times. It's not because I liked it that much. It's because I had the chance to watch it with 3 different individuals that day. It wasn't a date or nothing like that. It was just, I watched it, let me see, the 12 o'clock show. Then I watched it matinee with some friends. And then I watched it that evening with some friends. So I watched that movie 3 times in one day. Spider-Man 3 times. Yeah, it was crazy. So, needless to say, I had seen enough of that movie, so I didn't have to rewatch it at all, for a long time. But anyway, that was a fun memory. Really cool. All right, let's take a look at this figure. Now, people were complaining because they said it's just a No Way Home body. It's not the one from the movie, from the 3rd movie. It's just No Way Home body. And let's see. Let's get a little closer here. Just get a little closer. They were like, it's just a No Way Home body. I'm like, let me just see. And, well, you can't deny that one. It is the No Way Home body. You really cannot deny that. It's, in the movie, in the actual Sam Raimi movie, the spider logo was different. But I did not mind when I heard that this was just a No Way Home body, because it was pretty much the same thing they did in that movie. They took the same suit, painted it black, and changed the spider logo. That's all they did. They didn't do anything different with the suit. I was hoping that they would do something different with the suit. Maybe change it up a little bit or whatever. But no, they just I don't know if you want to say they took the easy route of it, or doing it. I don't know. The easy way of going about making the Venom suit. I don't know, man. I just like the fact that they were doing it, but I did not like the fact that it was pretty much the same thing. I didn't want that. I'm not even going to say it grew on me. I was just I'm really hoping for more. I just see it and go, yeah, it's the same suit but black. Different spider. Okay. That's really it. It's not a bad thing. I just really wanted more. But yes, this is the same body, the No Way Home body. It really is. But again, I don't mind, because that's exactly what they did in that movie, in Spider-Man 3. Same outfit. If you have did Hasbro ever come out with one? If they do, that'll be great. But a re-release or a new version of the Spider-Man. You got Mafex or Mafex, whatever, so you can just grab that one. And you can see, okay, that's the body of the Spider-Man movie, the first one. And then you get this one. I don't know. So it's up to you. So we'll go ahead and leave pure or non-Bully Maguire. Go ahead and give him out of here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your service. always, your gentleman and a scholar. All right. So the articulation, I think we already know what this is about, but let me go ahead and do this because I actually never reviewed these No Way Home figures, and I guess I just got to call this a No Way Home figure because it really is that. It's just repainted. So here we go. There's that thigh swivel, a little stiff because my first time opening it. Okay. Gotta wake this figure up. Gotta wake it up because at some point in time, I might just go and pose him and do something with him. There you go. Good old Hasbro helping me out with the joints. Now let's see. Let's see here. We've got the ankle pivot here. What is this? Ankle pivot? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Why is it popping on me? It's not popping. It's just, I don't know. But it's fine. It's not, at least it's not loose. That's what I care about. Good joints. Good joints. Hasbro doing it right with that. Okay, not much. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then, of course, we should have a boot swivel, right? Got a boot swivel? We don't have a boot swivel. That's not necessary, I don't think. So you're not getting this figure for ultimate articulation. You're really not. You're getting this figure because it is Tobey Maguire, and you can have a Bully Maguire in your collection. We'll get to his face in a minute. Let's see. The torso is cut right here to where you can get his arm this way, but it can only go straight. It's not cut too far in to where you can actually cross his arms over. You see that? You got to bend his arms to kind of make it work, but you can't really get it far over. You know, you want that to be cut just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I mean, it's a deep enough cut, honestly. It really is. When you look at it, you know, you don't want to cut too far in there, but as you can see, he doesn't really have much range to go further. You know, like the Maximum Profit Spider-Man, you know, he can do that, and some other figures can do that too. So it's interesting. Anyway, let's keep on going. There's his elbow with a nice web on there. The paint apps looks really nice. I dig that. Let's just get a little closer on this guy. The paint apps are really nice. Again, different spider logo, and that's all it really is. What is this on your... Okay, what that was. But there you go. Take a gander. It looks really nice. Really cool figure to have in your collection, honestly. Why not have a black suit Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? You know, comic book figures are great, but we have a chance to get the black suit Spider-Man. Absolutely. Hopefully we have a chance to do that with Tom Holland. I don't know, man. It's like they had a chance with the whole Tom Hardy deal. It looked like Tom Hardy hit that Venom was looking at Tom Holland Spider-Man was going, I kind of like that guy. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, but they're just kind of dropping the ball a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, so let's take a look at what else we got here. Of course, we got the back. We've been looking at it. So let's see what his articulation is like going forward. Obviously, you saw this. So if you see this, you automatically know the thing is going to go forward pretty far. And that's all you got. Web slinging, web swing, web sling, slinging and swinging. Nope, he only has the driver position. This is the position you have somebody in a vehicle. Sitting up, driver. That's it. That's all he got is the driver look. That's it. Even with him articulating this way, it doesn't look that great. It's just, all he can do is just sit in the vehicle. So it's not much articulation, really. This can't really go up too far. You know, it's I guess because of this diaper right here, whatever. I mean, it looks fine. It's just the articulation is not there. You would have to compare it to something else. No, I don't have anything to compare it to at the moment. But that's all you got going on. All right. Peg holes, great. Don't come with any stands, though. Sure would be nice if the spider figures came with stands. That'd be great. But I guess you got to leave that up to Mafex. Then you got this torso cut here. That's it. And it goes back this far, which is, whoa. That's very unnatural, but he can do it. I don't know why you would use that, but I mean, there are different reasons you would have to, I guess, with these webs swinging. You just need a diorama for these, honestly. You really need a Spider-Man diorama. That's what I'm going to probably jump into next. I'm probably going to get me a Spider-Man diorama so I can have my spider figures in one spot. I mean, because it's a crime to not have your Spider-Man actually in position to be a Spider-Man. It is a crime. Let's take a look at some of the accessories and we'll come back to this. Because we got the head. We got the head here. The helmet, excuse me, the mask, but it was like a helmet. That thing was like, he put that thing on, it was like, it was really, had some extra padding on the inside. It wasn't like, you know, how it is in the comics, whatever, you just pull the mask and it's like just a piece of cloth over his face, like you got a Party City costume or something. Of course, you got the web thwipping hands. Go, web, go! Fly! Right? That was always funny. Folks laughed at that. Okay. Go, web, go. All right. That's the other one. Here it is. Fly. That's it. So you got the go, web, go hands. You got the fly hands. And that's what I'm calling them. You can call them relax, but I'm going to call this the fly hand. Fly. Even though our fingers are a little bit bent, but that's fine. And is that it? No. We got the classic hand. You got to have this classic hand right here. This is the classic Tobey Maguire or Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, whatever, you know. Because that's who he is. He is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man turned into this dude. Now, here's the creme de la creme of the figure. This Venom coming off of him because he was at the bell tower. Was it the bell tower? I think it was. And then it came on to, oh my gosh, that dude. Topher Grace. Nothing against Topher Grace, but why? Why did they do that? Why did they give us a Topher Grace for Venom? Eddie Brock? Come on. It was a messed up situation too, because it was like the continuity was off too. Do you remember in the first movie? No, let's just stick with the third one for a moment. In the movie, he says, Topher Grace introduces himself to J. Jonah Jameson. He's like, hey, sir, I'm Eddie Brock. Right? He introduced himself like he had never seen him before. Like you have never known this guy ever to exist, ever. However, in the first movie, what did Robbie say? We've had Brock on it for months. And he's like, oh, what is he, shy? We can get a picture of Julia Roberts on the thong. We can get a picture of this weirdo, right? Okay. That means they knew about Eddie Brock. He already was established in the first movie. So if he was already established, they should have wrote that in there for the third one instead of him introducing himself like he had never seen him before. I've had Brock on him for weeks or months or whatever he said. Don't mention his name, and then as soon as he gets in the third one, hey, I'm Eddie Brock, sir. No, I should have been like, Brock, where have you been? Something like that. You know? Oh, yeah, I remember. But no, they didn't do that. So it was weird because Topher, of course, was a smaller version. It was like, do we get Jake Gyllenhaal? That's really how you pronounce his name, but you know, you don't have to be that technical with his name. They were looking at him, looking at Tobey Maguire, and then you got Topher Grace also, I think, was in the running. And come on, man. Just come on. All right, so let's see how we're going to make this work. Do I have to take his head off? That's so annoying. So annoying, I got to take his head off of this. Do I? Can I just squeeze it in there? Let's just see if we can squeeze it in. Oh, my gosh. And squeeze it in there. Don't break it. Oh, let's just go ahead and take his head off. It's so annoying. So annoying. Hold on. All right, so that's a big old ball peg there. But yes, it fits on him just like that. Boom. And it's not one way or the other. It could be, but that looks off. But if you do it this way, it looks like it's supposed to be there. See? Because it's more flush. All right, and we'll raise the camera up a little bit so we can get a better look at what this thing looks like, because it is monstrous. And let's see. Go ahead and put on, of course, this head. This is the head. This is the head we're all been waiting for. This is the head we've been wanting. We've been looking for. Will we ever use this? Will you? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you will. But there you go. Now he's looking up a little bit. And that is a pretty nice look. You see how the symbiote kind of covers or cradles his face a little bit? That's a nice touch. I like that. Let's just take a picture of that. That's pretty cool. So it's cradling his face a little bit. I like that look. I like that touch. On the back side, there's kind of hugging him a little bit. Just like, you know, hey, come on. He's talking to him. He's covering his arm right there. You can do that if you want to. I'm going to leave it just like that. Like he's just talking to him. He's like, man, don't let me go. Don't let me go. We need each other. Just kind of I got you. Look how strong I've made you and all of that. Really cool. But it's a nice figure, honestly. Really, really cool figure. Let's just go ahead and go through the regular articulation. Can't do a split because the articulation is just limited. It really is. Drop down hips. Thank you. This also reminds me about the time when folks were getting these No Way Home figures and they, for whatever reason, were breaking the arms of Tom Holland. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that's not happening here. Pretty solid figure. Everything about it is really looking good. No mishaps. I don't have any paint mishaps. I'm not even going to go so far as to look at all of this, the webs, and say, well, you know, the web's not really connecting here and blah, blah, blah. You know, be like Shartimus Prime and be like, I really think it's a cool figure. You know, that dude sounds like he's like constipated, like he's trying to push something out every video. Really good. No offense, man. You do a good job, Shartimus. I appreciate your videos and all that, but you do sound like you're about to push something out almost every time. Anyway. And of course he stands nicely. There we go. Fix his feet. There. All right. So there we go. Bully Maguire in full effect, Cho. Fully effect. Bully Maguire in full effect. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the face. That's another thing. We got to take a look at the face. Obviously, right? Obviously, we got to take a look at the faces. So yes. Clean. Hair is nice. You know, it's put together the way it's supposed to be. That is Toby. What's that on your face, Toby? Well, we'll get to that later. Looking all right. And then you got this guy with the emo look. Hair swooped over his eye. Look at that. Almost covering the eye. You know, folks that had the emo thing going on. They had the whole eye cover, one eye cover, whatever. Thought that was cool or something. No, it wasn't. It never really was cool. It's got the stern look like, like who everybody's out to get me. And this one is just normal. Normal and kind of perturbed. But as you can see, he doesn't really have that shadow like it was on the box. And this is not just because of the light. I really don't see a shadow on his face. I don't. So, there you go. That's a good look there. Very good look. But you can't really do too much with it. You can't really come around to make it look like it's about the... You could do it this way. Make it look like it really came off of his head. That's a good look right there. But it also looks like it's choking him. So I don't like that much. This is the one, though, where it's just kind of touching his face a bit. Like, kind of caressing, but trying to let him know, hey, I'm your brother. I'm okay with you. But he's really just eating and feeding off of him until he's just no more. Symbiote style. But there you go. No Way Home body or not, I don't care. Looks really good. I like the figure. Was the price worth it? Is it worth paying $33 for this thing? No. It is not worth paying $33 for this thing. Not at all. You know, but it's up to you how you want to do this. You know, just like the folks paying $50 for the maximum profit. Yeah. It's not really worth it. I just watched Bully Maguire, excuse me, from Balaverse, and he was talking about how the amazing Spider-Man figure was. He was going through it, taking it through his paces and talking about it. And he said some of the same things I said regarding the special effects, the accessories. You're trying to tell me that this is $25 worth of accessories. No, it's not. So $50, no, not at all. $33, I don't see why this should be $33 at all. It's a good looking figure. It really is. They both are good looking figures, but this was $24.99. The only thing that's different here is it comes with this, which is a nice piece. You got to have this. It's really nice. It's not exactly accurate to the movie, but it's still, you get what they were trying to go for. That scene in the movie where it was like coming off of them. Really cool. And I don't know, maybe you can grab some other effects somewhere else. But just purchasing this and all that it comes with, that's one of the best things. And of course, he's got to come with the extra hands. With the No Way Home one, all he came with were these hands, and he came with the 2 flipping hands. This one comes with 2 fists, 2 thwips, the fly, and the classic. You definitely need these 2. Well, not definite for that one, but you definitely need at least this. But you got to have 2 of the flips. So if he came with just these 3 hands, that would have been cool. But he came with this, and he came with that. And you can't be mad at that. And of course, you got to have that. So, no, not really worth $33. But if you do buy it, like I said, if you're a GameStop Pro member, redeem those points. Get that stuff off. Go ahead and get that price down. Redeem a gift card from somewhere. You know, you with Fetch, Upside, whatever, redeem the gift card and get that stuff off. And not pay that full price on it. Please don't do that if you don't have to. But it's your money. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying there are other ways around this. Because the price is not warranted for that. But anyway, again, I like it. I think I'll have some fun with this. It's going to be a great display. Just him looking like this. I don't know when I'm ever going to put this on. You see, that's the great thing about this display right here, or this feature. We have an accessory that is so cool to where you don't even know if you're going to use the main thing that he's supposed to have on him. This is it. This steals the show right here. So that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, have fun collecting, folks, because collecting is fun. Later days. Oh, also, I wanted to share this with you. Remember back in the day when we had Suncoast Motion Pictures? I had one in the mall, or we had one in the mall. And when you pre-ordered Spider-Man, they gave you nice stuff. Here's this. Now, don't look at that. His arm is messed up. It dropped. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I got to glue his arm back and I had to glue his hands back. But I also had to glue his head back too. It was ridiculous. But they gave you this bobblehead, nice bobblehead. You try to find this online somewhere, it is going for a hefty price. So if you got this, take care of it. Don't let nobody touch it. Seriously. And then they gave you this lenticular thing, Spider-Man 3. See that? There it is. Boom. Boom. But yeah, cool collector stuff, man. Cool collector stuff. Because I bought the thing physical. I bought the physical copy. So it was great. 2007 Activision. There you go. All right. But that's all I have to tell you. All I have to show you. If you got one of these, please take care. Sing.